Hello everybody, Josh12 back here again with another video, and I'm here with another top 5 list. Yes, it's that time of the week again, so let's get into this week's top 5 list. Now, of course, I know I've been doing a lot of DBZ related content as of late. I released previously my Dragon Ball Z Abridged reaction and my Dragon Ball Super review yesterday, and I know personally, as a YouTuber, and of course I'm pretty sure as subscribers and viewers of my channel, it does get kind of like tiring of getting like the same kind of video in your feed. So I apologize for that, but for the most part it just happens naturally. Super reviews come out on Sundays. Team 4-Star just released their newest abridged episode, so I had to react to that because, as I stated in that video, I didn't want to react to it next week. And of course, top 5 lists, as I stated also in previous videos, they're scheduled in. They're scheduled in and created and preconceived a week in advance. So I have a video up and ready for that specific week. So, regardless of holidays or natural occurrences or movie releases or, actors dying or something, for the most part, they're already preconceived and pre-created to be posted on a Monday. Of course, sometimes I do have the initiative to change it and change it around for another kind of top 5 list, especially, it really depends on how lazy I am on the week. It is a Monday. I'm basically Garfield at heart. I don't like Mondays, and it just happens that way naturally. So, please, I apologize for doing too many Dragon Ball related content in a span of 2 days, but I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. And of course, let's get into this top 5 list. Now, of course, Dragon Ball Super, yes, we finally finished off the Champa arc, and we're heading towards the Future Trunks arc, which I'm definitely excited for. I'm not big on the appearance of Trunks. I'm to be honest, I'm not. However, I'm full on board and stoked and hyped for the new arc of Super. However, there is other Super arcs that I have not talked about in my top 5s. I did a top 5 list of the worst and best episodes of the Battle Gods arc, and now it's time to give you my top 5 best and worst episodes of the Resurrection F arc. For me personally, the Resurrection F arc is the worst arc in all of Super. I really didn't like it. I mean, like, if you go back and look at my reviews, I hardly reviewed the entire saga. There are reviews that are missing because I didn't feel like it was necessary to talk about it. The entire saga was lackluster. It was terribly executed. It had terrible, panning. It was just a god-awful saga. I don't like it at all, and I feel like it's the worst saga in all of Super. Battle of Gods, I can give it a chance. I can give it a leg up, because even though I was not a big fan of toy animation recapping the movies and kind of retconning the movies and not making them canon anymore because of Super, I just hated that idea. However, I can give Battle of Gods the benefit of the doubt, because at least Battle of Gods had a story. It had legitimate new characters that added to the story, and it just was a great reboot, or I guess rather a good resurgence for the Dragon Ball Z franchise moving forward. And it also donned the return of Akira Toriyama to the franchise. So Battle of Gods is very important in a lot of fields. Resurrection F, however, isn't. It's just one big giant fight of a movie. There's only like 3 battles, and that's it. It's just sequences of fights and battles. That's all Resurrection F is. So I always felt it was stupid to, spread it out and stretch it out an entire saga. It was just a ridiculous, stupid notion that Toei Animation decided to do, and I just feel like it just fell flat. It fell flat, and it was terrible. That's my subjective opinion. I just feel like they should have done what the manga did, which is skip that shit and go directly to the next saga. Because we just had Frieza, and now we're getting Frieza again, and, it was just stupid. It was just very stupid of them to go that route. But, regardless of any of that, to this week we're going to start off with the worst episodes of the saga, and then, of course, move our way up to the best episodes. Because even though I may have not liked this saga, there are certain episodes that are pretty decent. So I will mention that in the following weeks in the best top 5. But this time it's time to start off with the worst episodes. Now, of course, the episodes that are within the Resurrection F saga starts off with episode 15 and ends on episode 27, which is the list I will be choosing from. And of course, as always, my top 5 lists are subjective. It's my personal list, my personal thoughts. So of course, please, in the comment section below, give me what your top 5 list is of the worst episodes within the Dragon Ball Super Resurrection F Saga. But with that being said, let's start off this top 5 list. Coming number 5 has to go to episode 15, Heroic Satan Cause a Miracle, a challenge from outer space. Now, this was the first filler episode to transition from the Battle of God Saga to the Resurrection F Saga, and I just did not like it. I hated it. I don't like it at all. I mean, granted, there's only like one really good scene in it, which is when Goku has like a pretend fight with Hercule, and he like accidentally gets punched and he flies away, then flies back to get his tractor, and then flies away because he's scared of Chi-Chi. That was the only entertaining thing about this episode. Everything else is garbage. I mean, why, Super? Out of all the amazing and fantastical characters that you hardly put any attention to, you do a filler episode on Hercule, Mr. Satan? Like, really? Like, it just makes no sense to me. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous. Hercule is, like, having this stupid rendition, kind of similar to what happened with the Cell games, where he was like, you know, like, here's the representation of what happened in the Cell games. I defeated Cell, and all these other Saiyan characters, they fell apart. They died. But at least that had the courtesy of poking fun at the Dragon Ball Z franchise, making it self-aware, and gave us a great, hilarious parody representation with guys in puppet suits. It was an amazing episode. This episode is basically just him talking about it, him becoming Super Saiyan, fighting this vampire-looking Beerus, and then these weirdo lion-type gargoyle fucking stupid dancing GT looking-like fucking alien characters coming down to attack Earth. It was just a ridiculous episode, and I just feel like this episode set the tone of what this saga would be, which is dumb, stupid, ridiculous, and not worth your time. At least in my personal opinion. But moving off of that and going to number 4 on this list has to go to episode 24. Episode 24, Clash Frieza versus Son Goku. This is the fruit of my training. Now, of course, this is the first episode to really kick off the Goku and Frieza fight. It was just lackluster. Let's put it out there. Goku versus Frieza could be an epic fight, but Super did not give that us. It was terribly animated. It was a terrible fight. It was just no execution. At least the movie gave us the courtesy of like having one really good quick fight of them in their normal forms, and then kickstarting right into Blue and Golden. And that was fucking awesome in the movie. The TV show sucked. It was just terrible. The only thing that's really good in that episode, I guess, has to be Vegeta, like, smiling like a creep and then fucking clapping for no reason. That's entertaining and funny because it's out of place and makes no sense. However, it's the only thing that's good in the episode. Everything else is garbage. Moving off of that, going to number 3 on this list has to go to episode 22. Yes, Change and Impossible Revival, the name's Ginyu. Yes, this is of course the portion of the episodes. It kind of feels more or less like a two-parter with 21, where of course Frieza's forces have come to Earth, they're taking on the Z-Warriors, they've kind of defeated the Z-Warriors, and now the character Tagoma or Sorbet, or whatever the fuck that, whatever the tall looking like fucking asshole character is, becomes relevant, because apparently he trained with Frieza. He trained with Frieza, and now he's super powerful. But that's not the best part, folks. He becomes Ginyu. He gets fucking taken by Ginyu. Why is Ginyu in this saga? Why did he come back? Why? And I know a lot of people actually like this portion. A lot of people were like, holy shit, this character's actually going to have a part in this saga. That's so awesome, guys. And Ginyu's back. That's so awesome, right? No, it's shit. No. Why? Just, no. That's all I can really say. It's just terrible, god-awful. The character was crappy. You want to know why he got fucked over in the movie so quickly? Because Kira Toriyama had the foresight to be like, that character's useless. Look at him. Fuck off. The point of the movie is an action movie. Goku versus Vegeta, that's it. But no, they have to give him some kind of over-the-top relevancy and then let him become fucking Captain Ginyu. And why the fuck is Captain Ginyu still a bad guy? He's been a frog for the last, like, 10 years. He should be used to being a frog, or at least, you know, have the foresight to, like, I don't know, fuse with someone else and get the fuck out of that fucking frog body And if it wasn't... And also, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there like a filler episode, or at least like a filler moment, like in Dragon Ball Z, where Ginyu as a frog became like king of the frogs on Earth or something? I don't know. I just remember very clearly. I could be going crazy in my old age, but I clearly remember an image where a frog Ginyu was like holding a stick up or something, and he was like ruling frogs or something. I don't know. It was stupid, but it was kid friendly and awesome, and it was in Z, and Z is superior to anything that is super. I'm ranting at this point in time, but I just don't like it. I never liked that character. I never thought it was important or relevant to make him that. And why did Ginyu have to come back? It just really annoys me. Moving off of that and going to number 2 on this list has to go to episode 26. Amidst the crisis, a shot at victory appears. Son Goku counterattack begins. Now, of course, this is pretty much the point within the episode where Goku loses and Vegeta has to step in. It happens in the movie, but I never really liked it in the movie because it was just one of those things where it's like, how is it possible that some stupid little death ring can affect Goku when he's in this uber powerful state, which is Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and he's like dominating Frieza in his golden form because Golden Frieza was too stupid to perfect his form prior to starting a fight with Goku. Like, it just never made sense to me. And they did the same mistake with the Super TV series. And I know a lot of people forgive it and defend it because it's like, oh no, it's okay because this time he was drained of energy and he was in his normal state. That is still stupid. He is Goku! That's like Superman getting shot by a handgun and that actually affecting him without any kryptonite being involved. Like, he got shot by a gun and he's like, ow, that hurt. No! It's stupid! Why? Defend it! It's stupid! He's being killed by a simple death beam? What? That's stupid! I mean, like, there's a part of me that, like, I understand why they did it. They did it for suspense, but even for suspense reasons, it's still stupid because you have Vegeta, and then you have Beerus and Whis there, and Frieza has no chance of winning. I mean, granted, his sole purpose is revenge against Goku to kill Goku, his nemesis. But, stupid! No! Just, why did you have to do this on the show again? It was stupid in the movie and you did it again for the TV show? You're just dumb, Toy. You're just dumb. Moving off of that, I'm skipping the honorable mentions because I'm sick of just talking about this saga. And of course, you know, I have to save episodes for the best list, so of course keep a lookout for that list. But moving off of that, going to number 1 on this list has to go to episode 23, The Earth and Gohan in Dire Peril. Come quick, Son Goku. Now, Gohan is a fan favorite. He's a beautiful character that gave a lot of life to Z. You know, the story of Dragon Ball is the story of Goku at the end of the day. He is the main protagonist. We followed him through his journey, through life. And it was an amazing journey. It was amazing adventures and magic and fantasy. I lived that shit. It was awesome. But Z gave us Gohan. And Gohan was also... Z was the story of Gohan at the end of the day. When you look at it, Goku was like second fiddle to Gohan. Because it was his story of like, you know, not knowing where he comes from, and then discovering how to fight, and then being in battles, and then going to space, and learning who he really is, and finding out he has potential in the world. Not only with his muscles and power, but with his mind and skills, and he became Super Saiyan 2, and he beat the shit out of Cell, and saved the world and the universe, and it was an awesome moment. And then after that, Toriyama said, fuck Gohan, fuck everybody, fuck you. And Gohan became super irrelevant ever since. Now, granted, I give credit to the Z, you know, the Majin Buu arc version of Gohan. You know, this is him, 7 years living in peace. He's a teenager, he's going to high school, he's meeting chicks, he's fucking in society. He doesn't need to be, you know, super martial arts master, kicking ass, saving the world kind of guy anymore. He's fucking normal guy, so I get that. But then again, there comes Ultimate Gohan, he's fighting Super Buu, and then he fucks up and loses. And then there's Battle of Gods. He has like one moment trying to save everybody against Beerus, he loses. Resurrection after the movie, I gave some credit towards in defense because you know what? At least he got some really good licks in. He got some pretty cool battles in. Yes, he looks stupid. Yes, that green outfit is an atrocity against all of America. But it was still cool. Gohan kicked some ass. He saved Krillin. He was Super Saiyan. He was kicking ass. And then he got beaten by Frieza super easily, and that was it. However, there is no other defense for the tragic atrocity, I can't even speak anymore. Just diabolical menace that is Toei Animation and Toriyama for fucking up the character Gohan in Super, specifically with this arc and with this episode. Piccolo fucks up, he dies. Allegedly, I guess. Spoilers. He dies, and then Gohan gets fucked up by Frieza. And as a last-ditch effort, Gohan must power up the little bit of ki he has left to make sure that Goku can instant transmission towards them. Okay. There's that look in his face where he's lost everything and he looks just like a shell of his former self. Not even a shell, he's just a mirage. He's a shadow of his former self. It's a terrible look of Gohan. And in that moment, Toei Animation and maybe even Toriyama or whoever the fuck writes and directs these episodes week by week basically said, from here on out, Gohan will never have a place in this series, and that was it. They did it for they did the same thing to Piccolo, and they did it to Gohan, and it was with this moment. Granted, there's always the future. Some shit could happen, but I highly doubt it. And this is the moment where Gohan became the character that you no longer pay attention to anymore, and that's sad. Because Gohan was an amazing character, and he was an amazing portion of all of Z. And now, he's gone. He's irrelevant. He's not even a character anymore. But with that being said and done, I've kind of ended off very sadly and depressingly, so I'm going to try and keep this upbeat as possible. That's been my top 5 list of the worst episodes within the Dragon Ball Super Resurrection F Saga. Please comment below, let me know what's your personal top 5 list. As always, these episodes and this list is subjective. It's my personal list and thoughts, so of course, if your list differs with mine, please let me know what you personally think. And of course, if you also think that there's nothing wrong with Resurrection F Saga, then I'm sorry for, I guess, stating the obvious. But with that being said and done, please, if you haven't done so already, go to my channel and check out my super review. Trunks is back. Fucking heavy metal punk rock there. You got Dragon Ball Z Abridged, newest episode 53. Check out my reaction for that. Hope you guys enjoy. Shameless plug time. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh12. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Josh12.